Anze Kopitar. What a career it has been. Multiple Stanley Cups, recognition as one of the best two-way centers in the league during his heyday, a guy who shared that rivalry with Jonathan Toews, Patrice Bergeron, and others around the league. But he was one of the best. And he has just wrapped up his final game in Vancouver against the Vancouver Canucks. Salute to you, Anze, for being one of the best players of your generation. But we're here to talk about that Canucks team. Because for the first time in what feels like forever, the Vancouver Canucks have won 3 games in a row, all in extra time, and coincidentally all against California teams. The Vancouver Canucks have defeated the LA Kings in overtime, 4-3. It's 4-3 every single game, it feels like. 4-3 shootout win against the San Jose Sharks, 4-3 overtime win against the Ducks, and now a 4-3 overtime win against the Kings. The Canucks are always winning 4-3 these days. And I wanted to talk about 2 players in particular that stood out in this game. They were the 2 top stars of the entire contest. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk about Zeev Buium and how he has been flying as of late. And we also got to talk about Jake DeBrusk, because this guy, oh boy, Jake DeBrusk is improving that trade value, man. He's got to go. He's got to get shipped out over to Boston or wherever it is. Somebody call up Martin Scorsese and The Departed, right? But the Canucks end up defeating LA 4-3. First period saw an opening goal scored by Elias Pettersson. D. Petey gets his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Marco Rossi and Kirill Kudryavtsev. Rossi isolates himself, takes the puck into the middle, draws all the LA attention to him before dishing it off over to Kudryavtsev. He does a quick one-touch pass over to Elias Pettersson, who takes it, grips it, rips it, and fires it by Darcy Kuemper. 1-0 Vancouver. That's Kudryavtsev's 2nd NHL assist. Marco Rossi, though, of course, always getting up there on the board. Give it 8 minutes and Quinton Byfield ties things up for the LA Kings, assisted by Alex Laferriere and Trevor Moore. Byfield glides through the slot, reaching forward and knocking Laferriere's dish between the pipes to make it 1-1. It's a good play as he drives right in, and Laferriere goes nutmegging on Tom Willander right through the wickets there. Good play, good positioning. The LA Kings are a playoff team, so tying it up, it's all good. But 52 seconds into the second period, you have Vancouver's power play specialist Jake DeBrusk giving Vancouver the lead once again right off the draw. It's Filip Hronek who drives the puck in on the left side. He takes a shot. The rebound is out in front. Brock Boeser takes another chance. The rebound is loose once more, and it finds itself in the back of the net. Upon first viewing, it's like, what the hell happened there? How did it even go in? But it turns out the puck was bouncing up in the slot, and Jake DeBrusk is right there. He backhands it by Kuemper. That's his 22nd goal of the year, and however many power play goals he has had, the guy has been on fire on the man advantage, just upping that trade value the longer this season goes on. Thank goodness the Vancouver Canucks have a 20-goal scorer. Now, unfortunately, literally 12 seconds after the Canucks got the lead, you had Adrian Kempe, who found himself all alone out in front, receiving a pass from none other than Anze Kopitar. He is by himself on the back door, and he fires it right by. It's a 2-2 game. And in quick succession, just another minute later after that, the LA Kings make it 3-2. It's that same Alex Laferriere who has been on fire as of late, getting a loose puck in the slot off of a Lankinen rebound and just skating wide on the goalie. He's got an open net to shoot at. He buries it. It's an easy goal, but great positioning there from Laferriere. It's a 3-2 hockey game, and it stays that way for a while. Until at the halfway mark of the second period, you have Zeev Buium getting his 6th goal on the season. Vancouver with some extended zone time. Buium goes over to Höglander. Höglander at the side of the net goes back to Buium, who cuts in on the back door. It's a great cross-crease play there. And Darcy Kuemper is down and out for the count. You can see Zeev, he points to Höglander right away. He knows that it was a beautiful setup. Buium was kind of flying in today's game, wasn't he? Just the offensive activation, the willingness to cut in. I understand that the model for a prime offensively minded defenseman for Canucks fans, the biggest example of that we know as of late is Quinn Hughes. But Quinn Hughes would never attack the middle like Zeev Buium is unafraid to do. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Buium is a superior defenseman, but Quinn was a lot of perimeter play, dancing around at the blue line, making guys look foolish, and then taking long shots from distance, either into shin pads or by goalies. Zeev Buium has a lot of that skill footwork on the perimeter as well, but he's also not afraid to cut in and create offense right in the spotlight, in the prime areas, and I appreciate that about his game here. This is a guy that's playing like he wants that 8-year contract, and if the Vancouver Canucks decide to give it to him, I understand that $9 million plus seems like a very bad number for a guy that's only played however many NHL games and who doesn't even have a 40-point season like Luke Hughes or Jackson Lacombe has had. But this is the way the NHL is trending now at this point, and Vancouver is kind of operating from a position of deficiency, because for Lane Hudson, it's like, oh yeah, well, Nick Suzuki and Caulfield and Slafkovsky are making less than $8 million, so Lane, you're not going to go out there and demand that much. Noah Dobson was able to get that because he was working off a body of work that came from another team, and also he was a 70-point guy at that point. But Zeev Buium, all he's got to do is look at that Luke Hughes and Jackson Lacombe contracts and be like, yeah, those guys, they got the money, and the cap's going up now after, so $9+ million, I guess. Let's go. Don't get me wrong, I still have my reservations about it, but I understand why they'd get it done that way if it were to be. But with that said, the rest of the second period doesn't have any goals, nor does the third period. It's not until we reach overtime where Jake DeBrusk, who is so steadily increasing his trade value, is able to get his 23rd on the season on, guess what? Technically an even strength goal. I get it, it's 3-on-3, it's not technically 5-on-5, but Jake DeBrusk in the offensive zone ends up doing a nice little drop pass to Elias Pettersson. Pettersson picks it up, tries to go back to DeBrusk, but instead of the pass going through, it deflects off the leg of Trevor Moore, up and around. Pettersson, noticing that, skates up to the puck, follows it right into the crease area, and then instead of shooting it on Kuemper, decides to go backdoor to Jake DeBrusk. Pettersson tried to do that little tic-tac-toe, but instead of a tic-tac-toe, it was a tick-tick-toe. And off the toe of the stick does it go on Jake DeBrusk's stick there. He goes way down on the base of that shot angle and is able to push it right through Darcy Kuemper. It's his 23rd goal of the year, and you know, it's rare to see a Jake DeBrusk even-strength goal, isn't it? He ends up giving Vancouver the win. LA leaves Anze Kopitar out there. He shakes hands with everybody. There's a lot of recognition. The LA-Vancouver rivalry was not really a super big one throughout the course of Kopitar's prime and his heyday, but Pacific Division rivals, obviously. There are a number of teams that see each other more often than others, so Vancouver and LA were definitely one of those teams. But Kopitar started becoming good for LA around the time that the Sedins started becoming good. So he really is a relic of the past in this National Hockey League. Drafted in 2005, retiring in 2026. What a great career it was for a guy who was 38 years old. And it's great that the NHL can give him one more playoff run as a member of the Los Angeles Kings. Also funny, this Kings team loses yet again in overtime. They cannot seem to get any overtime wins, nor regulation wins. They are continuously finding ways to lose, and it's kind of funny when you consider the fact that only Vancouver and Chicago have fewer regulation wins than LA does. With that said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the Canucks and the Kings. What are your thoughts on Zeev Buium potentially getting that $9 million extension. Thoughts on Jake DeBrusk improving his trade value? Should he actually be a part of the rebuild? Let me know in the comments section. Should he or should he not? I hope you enjoyed this British Astral sign 9. And bye.